Hi, welcome to the next in the series from The Missing Reel. My name is John and I'll be your host this month for October 2022. This month we'll be talking about ways to think about theme, story, and plot. Theme is one of the three pillars of good storytelling, but it's not the only one. Theme needs to be woven tightly around story and plot to be given meaning. While the theme good versus bad is fine, that theme is not enough to carry story. If the writer thinks theme is enough to carry the story, your story concept is not clear. If your story concept is not clear, then explaining the plot will suffer. Too often when asked, "What is your story?" a writer will give you a disjointed plot. As a writer, do you know what is your concept, your premise, the seed of your story? Well, it sounds crazy, but a huge portion of writers cannot tell you. So if you cannot tell what your story is in 3 sentences or so, you should practice telling your story. Often writers get caught up in the story of the week. Your story concept is too the same. It's too Game of Thrones, or it's too Wheel of Time. Agents and producers do not want stories that they have already seen. But you can take your story's sameness and twist it. As I've said, plot is more than this happens, then that happens. There must be setups and payoffs throughout your plot. If your main character is a fighter, then he or she must do fighter things prior to the reveal that he or she is a strong fighter. These setups and payoffs enlarge the plot and provide the audience with a sense of participation. If your plot is a straight line from A to B, it's a straight shot from the character's conception of a desire right through to the acquisition of his goal. Remember, conflict drives the story forward. So if the character meets no obstacles on their way to their goal, you don't have a plot, but rather just an iteration of straightforward events. Your story offers no surprises. A problem inherent in both the above symptoms is a story that unfolds exactly as readers expect. Therefore, your plot is too simple. I've read enough screenplays to know that there are writers out there trying to fill feature-length strips and novels with enough plot that could only fit inside a thimble. To make your screenplays more complex and more interesting, seek out and create plot reveals. You have 2 choices for how to let your story play out. The first one is let it develop in a straightforward, linear fashion, telling readers and characters everything they need to know exactly when they need to know it. Or the second thing is strategically hold back and dole out their story's necessary information to enhance the suspense and create further opportunities for conflict. Every scene in your story should ideally contain some kind of plot reveal. Remember, don't add material to a screenplay just for the sake of adding. The desire to avoid flat plots and create meaningful complexity is always a worthwhile goal. But in your pursuit of multiple dimensions for your fiction, don't get sucked into the trap of adding stuff just for the sake of adding it. There's a short road to overly complex plots, which also fail to offer cohesive thematic meaning while ending up as big fat messes. Do not let your plot get too complicated or too lumpy. Good storytelling escalates. Storytelling takes us through beginning to middle to end effortlessly. Storytelling makes the story look easy. Lumpy structure then makes the story feel like a slog because it's not escalating. Instead, the story comes in fits and starts. A suggestion: study your favorite stories, screenplays, to understand how to create plots that execute dimensional complexity with the fewest possible moving parts. Then plan your own approach to take full advantage of your story's unique opportunities for originality in plot, character, and theme. Hi, this is John at The Missing Reel. Here on YouTube, we would like you to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And don't forget to ring the bell. Thanks.